Hi, welcome to Free Meditation TV. Thanks for joining us at the beginning of Season 2. My name's Andrew and this is Oksana.
Hello! Nice to be back. Today we will talk about how to protect our subtle system.
Now our subtle system is what's going on inside that we normally don't talk about or know about. We know about how to protect our physical body, perhaps our emotional body, perhaps managing our stress, but today's episode is to go to the roots, which is our subtle system.
We don't know much about our subtle system. We don't even know it exists until we get our self-realization. So protecting our subtle system begins with in Sahaja Yoga with the experience of self-realization. What is that? It's the process when the energy within us, energy kundalini, awakens and it crosses all the centers and comes into our last center that's called Sahasrara. What happens? Happens that we immediately feel this relaxation within. All our nerves are relaxed, we are not stressed, and we get into the state that's called thoughtless awareness, when we're aware, but there are no thoughts.
This awareness stage where we're thoughtless is like our inner strength and our inner comfort, our inner energy. So what happens is when all this external stimuli is beating down on us, when we're feeling stress coming from people or environmental issues or just the grind of our daily life, this inner energy, when it rises from the base of the spine to the fontanelle bone area at the top of the head, what happens is you're able to not react to all these things happening. Things are still happening around you, but you're in thoughtless awareness. Your mind is quiet and starting to soothe all the nerves of your spinal cord and energy system.
Another way to protect our subtle system is work with our attention. Where is our attention? Usually our attention goes where there is trouble, where there is some problem. But Sahaja Yogi, his attention is always, or at least we always try to put it on the top of our head. So what happens if we feel we're afraid, or if there is some stress coming up? What yogi's reaction is immediately go thoughtless and put attention on the top of your head. What it means is that you invite this energy kundalini to rise and to start working on the centers that are under stress.
You'll be amazed. You will cut your stress in half overnight if you are aware of it, if you see it coming in advance. If you see anything that gets you going, creates fear, stress, worry, anxiety, if you see it coming and you try to relax yourself, then immediately half of it will go away. And slowly, over time, in those moments, you will actually feel your energy rising above your head. That part will take you some time, but it will make an amazing benefit to your life.
Another way we could help ourselves to manage our subtle system is to become our own guru. What it means is that with the help of it's called vibratory awareness. The vibratory awareness is the state when on our fingertips we feel problems in the centers. So for example, we could feel the problems, or we say the catch, on our little finger. It means that there might be a disbalance in the heart chakra. So being our own guru, we learn what is the innate quality of the centers and why is there a disbalance within ourselves, and how can we fix ourselves? Maybe our behavior, our attention, maybe what we eat. Basically, that's the guru principle within ourselves.
And in Season 1, we made a compilation of many videos to explain the qualities of all the 7 chakras. And when you feel on your hands which chakra is a bit stressed, let's say, for example, on your pinky finger, you're feeling all this kind of stress or burning, which is the nerve endings of the pinky finger. If you feel that, you can refer to the video on the heart chakra, which might give you the reason why. Maybe there's something that's happening in your life that's causing that. Maybe you can fix it. Maybe there's a treatment for it.
The best way to learn how to balance your subtle system is to meditate. Every day, if you could meditate 5-10 minutes in the morning and 5-10 minutes in the evening, that will go a long way in helping yourself.
That's the key, is slowly making this a lifestyle choice, meditating 10 minutes a day, and that will soothe your nerves and help you go deeper into meditation.
And now we will listen to the lecture of Sri Mataji. She's the founder of Sahaja Yoga, and she will tell you all about it and how to balance yourself. When you watch her talk, it's best to sit straight, put your hands like that, and try to stay thoughtless. This way your energy kundalini will react to her, and you will feel strongly, and you will be automatically moved into this state of thoughtless awareness. Enjoy.
So this center, that is what we call the Sadhishthana Center, is a center that gives you your future energy, to think of your future, your planning, which gives you energy to bring forth the manifestation of the physical labor or physical exercise or physical work. This poor center has to work for one work, to convert the fat for the use of the brain. Now if one center which has to do many other things starts doing only one work, all other things are neglected. As a result of that, you develop problems because it has to cater to your liver, to your pancreas, to your kidneys, to your spleen. And once it goes into action for one channelized work, it gets programmed for it. And then it cannot take care of these things. That's how you develop a bad liver. You develop a diabetes, kidney trouble, blood pressures. Also you develop a very serious disease called blood cancer. Now Sahaja Yoga can cure all these troubles. It's only physical. But it can cure even physical troubles, because if this center is brought to its normal behavior, if it is made to behave in a very normal way, you can easily cure all such diseases which come out of your overactivity, overthinking, over-imaginativeness. It's a very dangerous thing to always think about the future. For example, now we are here sitting down, we should be comfortably sitting down and talking to each other. Instead of that, we are thinking, what am I going to go do tomorrow, or what am I going to do when I go home, how am I going to cook, what am I going to eat, or how I am going to take my train. All these futuristic behaviors lead you to a very funny personality. You become so futuristic that you forget the past. I met a gentleman who forgot even his own name. He forgot the name of his father, he forgot the name of his mother, and also, to the dismay of his wife, her name. And she started crying. She said, now what to do? He's forgotten everything. Now he is in a futuristic area. He just knows the future. Then he was to be pushed back again into the center. Then gradually he started remembering. Then he told me that he's chairman of one of the councils of a big district place in India. And he said he was. He said, no, I am. I said, that's good. That's better. Now you are in that state where you say, I am. So this is what happens. And this is what's going to happen to our societies here, which is very futuristic. So to cut it down, one can try anything. You may try anything. For example, you may show pictures of the past and things like that, but that is not going to bring back the horse. It's running very fast. The only thing that can work it out is the awakening of the Kundalini. When the Kundalini awakens itself, she makes the center enlighten, and the center itself resumes its normal shape, its normal behavior, and its normal condition. Apart from that, it has got a dynamic power or manifestation that this center which looks after our attention becomes enlightened, and our attention becomes enlightened, And the attention which is enlightened becomes dynamic. In the sense now, sitting down here, you can pay attention to anyone. Just pay attention. You don't have to do anything. Just pay attention to that person and you can find out on your fingertips what's the matter with the person. Thousands of miles he may be. When Nixon was having trouble, suddenly I don't know. I said, find out about Nixon, how is he? And they said, Ma, he's in a terrible mess. Christ has said, your hands will speak. That's the time has come. These hands, which look so simple, but they are so intricate and so intricately built that the nerve endings are so microscopic that we cannot understand how much they can tell us, how far they can go. When the awakening takes place, you start feeling the vibrations around you, the all-pervading power which you have never felt before. Through these fingertips which we neglect, we misuse them, we use them for wrong things. These fingertips themselves get enlightened and you start feeling them. That's what I said, that you have to get your awareness which is enlightened. It's the awareness which has to manifest. And that's how you start feeling them on your fingers. It's wrong here, it's wrong there. You can see where is the problem. Now all these are related to your centers. These are 5, 6 and 7. 7 on the left and 7 on the right. So this is about your emotional side and this is about your right. About your physical and your rational, or you can say mental side. So you can make out a person how he is by just knowing whether you are getting heat from that person, whether you are getting burning from that person, whether they are getting numb, whether they are becoming heavy. And a rapport is established with the all-pervading power which informs you, get the messages. And the messages are so correct that even if you have 10 children who are realized souls, there are many children these days are born as realized souls. We don't understand children these days, but these days they are great children and they are born today because the time has come. This is the time of judgment time. This is the time of resurrection. This is the time about which people have described in all the scriptures. So great people are taking birth. And these children, if you tie them up and their eyes and ask them about a person who is sitting facing them, what's the problem with this person? They will all raise the same finger. All of them will raise the same finger, even if their eyes are tied, even if their backs are towards the person, they can just push back their hands and say. They are so good, children are so good. You see, when they put their fingers in the mouth, we sometimes think, I don't know, Freud, who might call a very half-baked person, he didn't know much about God and life and nothing at all, he was very little bit he knew. He says that this has something to God, sex. He was nothing but a sex point and he wants everybody to be a sex point, not a human being. So this fellow, whatever he may say, but the truth is that it is nothing to do with sex. It is that they feel the heat on their fingers. They actually feel it. And that's how they put it in the mouth. The little children I've seen. We have one here who has come from England, from London. There's another one who is from here somewhere. And all of these, if you ask them, they will immediately tell where is the catch, which chakra is catching. Now, children, you cannot be fooled. They all tell you the same thing, that this is what is happening. So your awareness is enlightened, and your hands, which have got the sympathetic endings here, tell you. We can say that now, in our central nervous system, we can feel about others and about ourselves. Now, supposing you are sitting here and I ask you, what's the problem with you? You would say, I don't know what's the problem with me is. I don't know. But I may be able to tell you what's the problem is. If you go and see the doctor, he'll say, yes, that's the problem. How do you know? You don't have to go to any examination, for all pathological examination where all your teeth are taken out, eyes are taken out, and by the time you end up, they tell you, you are the healthiest man. You don't have to go to all these horrible things. You don't have to waste any money and try all these frustrating things. Just putting your hands, you will know about yourself. And the people who are Sahaja Yogis will tell you that this is what is wrong with you and this is how you cure.
Let's stay now in a state of meditation. Please keep your hands on your lap like this. Take one hand and raise it slowly up the spine, taking a deep breath. See now, do you feel an energy coming from the top of your head, the vibrations, the cool wind? And we'll try one more time. Breathing nicely in and out. Keep your attention above your head where you can feel this wind, the vibrations, and we will now meditate for a few minutes.
Welcome back. In this segment, we will answer some of the questions that we received from you. Question?
Question number 1. How is Sahaja Yoga different than other methods of yoga?
Sahaja Yoga differs from other meditations is that first thing you start is getting your actual experience of self-realization, getting what we call getting into the thoughtless state. That's how it differs. We don't tell you about different things just as a lecture. We say first we want to experience.
The main thing about Sahaja Yoga is there's a living force inside, and to feel it and for it to sahaj or spontaneously rise is the key. That's what separates Sahaja Yoga from all other yogas and meditations.
Next question.
Question number 2. How long does it take you to master Sahaja Yoga?
Sahaja Yoga is spontaneous. When energy kundalini rises, some people could become instantaneous gurus. With other people it might take few weeks, few months, few years, maybe a lifetime.
The complexity of life is such that there's so many areas that you can always improve, and meditation of course is part of your lifestyle and part of the process of life.
Another question?
Yeah, last question. How is Sahaja Yoga just simply another form of relaxation?
Well, Sahaja Yoga does relax you, but it's so much more because, as we mentioned earlier, the energy rises within it. It's a powerful energy. As it rises, it relieves the pressure, it takes away stress on the nerves, the nerve bundles, the muscles associated with those areas, and there's a relaxation effect, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is to achieve your self-realization, which means to bring your being to a new and better level of awareness.
Yes, the mechanism is different. The mechanism is awakening of the energy, and as a byproduct, we become more relaxed, we become healthier, our energy improves. So I would say it's different. It's much more than that.
It's much more, because think of that if you went to a massage, or the first time you've ever went to get a real proper massage or something that will relax you, like a massage. It's great the first time because your body is not used to it, and actually it's fantastic. But when you go back, and if you continue to go back time and time again, you won't get the same effect. If you want the same effect, it's almost like you have to chase it and do more and more and more. But meditation is the reverse. The energy starts rising only a little bit at a time, and maybe you just feel a tiny bit relaxed. But with practice and meditating 10 minutes a day, preferably twice a day, this actually increases and gets more powerful month after month and year after year. So these kind of actual effects can actually become much stronger.
Any other questions? No? Thank you for watching us. See you next time.
Thanks for attending our first episode of Season 2. We're happy to be back this year, so please continue watching us.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and if you have any questions whatsoever or suggestions, please send us an email. We'll be more than happy to get back to you.